I saw this recently, and it said that usually when you find your mate, let's just say that, okay, we're on a scale of 1 to 100, 0 being the extreme of your feminine nature, like girly girl, like super, super girly girl and all that stuff. 10 being the most masculine, rugged guy that you could ever, the caveman, like, right? Like Jason Momoa. I think Jason Momoa is a king masculinity look.
Oh, yeah.
And 50 being the meeting point between masculinity and feminism, and like your feminist, whatever, or femininity, whatever, okay?
Yeah.
So wherever you lie on the feminine scale, so say, Juliana, we'll say you, what do you want to be? Put yourself between 1 and 50.
On a scale from masculine to
From
feminine?
0 to 50 on the feminine scale, from the woman's side.
Oh, okay. I feel like I'm definitely like, I'm probably like higher because like I'm a tomboy.
Okay, so we'll say
You're like a 7.
I'm like a 70, yeah. I'm like a
7.
solid 70.
There we go.
no. You have to be between 0 and 50.
Oh.
0 and 50?
0 and 50 because
35,
100 is
50,
masculine.
35,
Yes,
35.
you got me. 35. I'm
See, okay,
35.
So
35.
usually what happens is you always find balance. So you're gonna find a guy on the complete opposite. So whoever you're gonna end up with is gonna be a 65 on the masculine scale.
Oh,
So
okay.
so that's why, have you ever noticed that the really, really, really masculine guys always end up with the most feminine looking girls? It's because you balance each other out. And then the less masculine of a man you are, usually the more masculine of a woman you will find.
I can believe that.
Because
Yeah, that makes sense.
because like every single person has like, you know how everybody's talking about like, oh, you're too feminine or you're too masculine. Every single guy and every single girl has a feminine side and a masculine side.
Right, yeah.
Most guys will hide their feminine side, you know, but usually you have a your feminine and masculine side, and it average out to like either you're a more masculine man or you're a more feminine man, and vice versa for a woman. So usually if you're the more of a masculine woman you are, you end up with a more feminine man.
Does that work out though?
Because
that.
because if you think about it, because okay, ideally I know that every woman, no matter like if you're a tomboy or if you're a
Or a girly girl?
you want to feel like a woman.
Right,
At the
yeah,
end,
that's
at the end of the day, every woman wants to feel like they want a man to make them feel like a woman. Like Viv, you be joking all the time. You want like
You throw it around.
yeah, you want to get chucked around and shit.
Okay.
Period.
Right?
Go me.
But you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But
I mean,
see-
I will say, like, as much as I joke, and a lot of my guy friends look at me like, oh, like Viv's like one of like the bros, and I mean, like I perfectly like that. Like, I do look like a girly girl sometimes, but I think I act more like tomboy, which is like completely fine. There's not a problem with that. But in my experience to dating, it's definitely brought out more of my feminine side that I never knew I had,
but
and I appreciate that too.
so
Sometimes I
but
kinda
you
miss
guys see what I'm getting, and that's why like have you ever noticed that's usually I've seen this in Asian women, like the more masculine Asian women will date outside the Asian race because Asian men tend to be I guess visualized as less masculine in general because we are
okay.
not as masculine looking.
Yeah.
They don't grow facial hair.
Not you, mofo.
Hey, God took his time on me with that part.
Fuck, man. Some
Right?
BS.
But yeah, like
Some bull,
but
man.
usually you guys know by like because of like social media and like just pop culture, they like make Asian men more feminine looking.
Yeah. No,
Right.
they definitely do.
And so because of that, usually more masculine Asian women who tend to be more masculine will date outside the race because Caucasian men and black men tend to be more masculine looking.
Oh, okay. I didn't ever think about it like that.
You know, like taller Asian women would tend to like date like white guys or black guys because, you know, like I said, they want to get tossed around and thrown around the
They
bedroom.
want to feel like a
Like
woman.
Vivian.
Yeah, they want to. You guys want to.
I don't think I would end up with. I don't know who I end up with. I'm not
Like, don't
gonna
cancel
say-
it out. Don't put it
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
universe.
But you see what I'm saying, right? Because think about like I said, at the end of the day, you guys want to feel like a woman. You don't want to like date a guy who's like you don't want to be the man in the relationship.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I mean,
sure.
I've been tossed around with like a bunch of rates. That was.
Oh, you've been tossed
comment,
around.
Like, not like that. Okay, like I don't date often, but I'm saying like I've dated more than just one race, and it's never been an issue.
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think that certain people that you date make you feel like act more feminine and more masculine at certain times? Does that make sense? Like certain people you've been with, and you're like, wow, I was actually like really masculine here. Like I was taking charge all the time, doing stuff. And this person, I didn't have to do that as much. Like I was a lot less masculine, or vice versa. Like maybe there was some people here, you're like, oh, I was doing all this stuff, doing all this masculine stuff, whatever. And the other people are like, no, I was just doing like whining and dining, getting taken out, cooking dinner sometimes, yada, yada, yada. Do you think that it changes, or like every single person has basically been like the same?
It depends on the person. Like I've been like wine and dine, and I've been with somebody that didn't plan any of that, and then I had to be the planner. So I think it just depends on the person, and it's so hard to say because like the first relationship I was in college, so I feel like maybe we were like really young back then, and he didn't really think about being like a planner. But then my relationship outside of college once was like, you know, we're like older now, and he like older, wiser, just had more time than just focusing on academics maybe. And like the kind of person he is, that plays a factor too.
Okay.
What you think? Do you feel more like a woman when it comes to different races?
No, I feel like I'm pretty the same.
Okay.
Like how I am at work, like with my friends, guys or girls, you know, with my family. Like I'm pretty much the same person, like my same mix of like masculine, feminine traits, right? But with like, I feel like that also goes into consideration of how you are as a person as well. Cause it's like, you know, if like I'm a planner, so like I don't really find that as like a masculine or feminine trait, right? Like,
Well, I don't mean
those are-
planner. I mean like taking charge is more so, if that makes sense. Like I'll give you an example. Like some people that maybe I've been on dates in the past, like looking back, I'm like, well, some people I was like, yeah, let's do this. Not like this, like, hey, let's go here. Let's do it. Not like planning so much, but you're like taking charge, saying like what to do and whatnot. And other people, you've been more like go with the flow, kind of more or less like a daisical per se. But it was like, it just naturally happened like that. Not because you wanted it, it just happened.
Yeah. I'm definitely just in general more authoritative. So
Okay.
like, I don't really see that as like a lacking thing. Cause it's like, at the end of the day, I want to do what I want to do.
Okay,
Right.
that's fair.
So it's like, if you're like going out on a date with someone, like I don't mind that person like picking the place, but also like, I would like to pick cause I'm a foodie, you know, like I want to eat somewhere good, you know, but, I wouldn't mind if like they picked it, or if they're like, oh, hey, let's go to this spot after and like get drinks or something like that. Then yeah, I just in general, I obviously don't like indecisive people.
Yeah.
You know, but that balances because I'm so decisive. I can be super decisive and
That's a rare trait for a woman.
oh yeah.
So you always know what you want to eat.
Oh, for sure.
But what do you want to eat right now?
Well, I told you I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry right now.
If you could eat right now, what would you eat?
Oh, I was thinking kava.
Oh, okay. All right. Question.
Wow.
Question
That
for
was
you.
quick.
You talk about this. So if you were talking to this guy, and he hit you with let's go out get some food. Let's go out to a dinner date. All right. Would you prefer if it becomes a collaborative thing where it's like, hey, what are you into? Blah blah blah. And you guys like collaborate on what you guys want to eat, or would you rather me like say it's me and hit you, Juliana, next Friday 8:00. We going here. Which one would you prefer? I'll say how about this? I'll say two scenarios. First one, I say, hey Juliana, let's go out next week. Let me know when you're free.
Okay.
Whatever you feeling, let me know, and we'll pick out a place
Okay.
together. Right? That's scenario one. This applies for you, okay, Viv? And scenario two is I hit you and go, Juliana, next Friday, 8:00. Me and you, we going to Gyoshige. Which one do you prefer?
Okay. If it's me and you, like, okay, as friends or
No.
as like
Let's have it that we're meeting for the first time
Okay,
and
I
we're
was about
interested
to
in each
say,
other.
like, don't tell me what to do. But I would be like, okay, so I wouldn't mind the more like, hey, we're gonna go here, because like that shows like, you know, the whole thing you're talking about, like taking charge, right? But I would also, I think that's good for like the first time maybe, but like every time after that, you need to ask me what I want to eat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I'm just asking because there's like two takes on because some guys do that.
Yeah.
While other people say you should just be like straight up and hey, this is where we're going this time, blah blah.
Yeah.
Show up.
I think females need to do a better job in like picking what they want to eat.
Okay.
because it's not that difficult. But and like women, I feel like are always usually craving something.
Okay.
So like,
But they don't know how to say what they're
yeah,
craving.
I don't understand. I mean, like when at my job, when they're like, oh, like where should we have our like, you know, the company's paying, let's eat. They always look at me. They're like, Juliana, what do you want to eat? I'm like, come on, let's get wings. Or like, I'll pick something, you know, like
Yeah.
we'll get some crazy stuff. But yeah, I don't mind the hey, we're going here, like we're going here at this time next week. If it's like the first time, but I'm sure that would be after, like, I'm probably thinking too much into it, but that would be after, like, oh, hey, when are you free? Are you free this day? Like, the date is clear, but every time after that, it should be more of like a collaborative thing because it's like,
Of course.
you know, you're.
Of course. I'm
you
only
know.
talking about just the first time.
Yeah. First time, I'm cool with either one, but the other one would be nice, yes.
All right. What about you, Viv?
Like the very first time?
This is the very first day. Which one? What's the best approach?
That's tough because I've definitely experienced both. Or actually, I think more collaborating on deciding where to eat, because then you get to know. Because what if like he picks somewhere and I'm like, oh, this is great, and it's not great, and then I would just like feel bad. So that like I appreciate that, but I feel like I would prefer collaborating. And then after like the second or third date, if they plan that, I'm like, oh, brownie points.